is what it be. It's your boy D Stu, aka Moscato Poppy on Instagram. Welcome to another episode of Burn by Opinions, y'all. Let go.
What up, folks? It's your boy. You know me. It's your boy Cool G. Follow me on IG at GXBoy_. Another episode. Snooper Luke's out to the people, man.
And we already here, though. You know it's your boy 6'2" and Nasty. Root to the good brothers, baby.
What's up, y'all? It's Stern, man, out here on my little good Saturday walk. Follow me on Instagram, _Thurn. And let's go with this show.
Hey, them kids playing hockey in the background, boy. Some boy about there swinging.
Let go. All right, man. Welcome back to Burn by Opinions. I'm back this week, man. Last week I was in the process of moving. Had to miss the episode, but yeah, I'm bike. So y'all know how we get down here. Start off with dope or dumb. Get the guys a handful of topics. They tell me whether they think each one's dope or dumb, and then give me the justification for why they went either way that they did. So without further ado, we're just gonna roll right into it, man. We're going back to the motherland for the first topic of the day, man. Akon. I think like last year sometime we did an article about Akon and him starting up his plans to build a futuristic city in it was some part of Africa that he was starting this city in. So now Uganda, another country in Africa, has apparently agreed to give him a lot of land to start on the second city. He hasn't even finished the first one yet, but Uganda's willing to give him all the land he needs for his second city in hopes that Akon is going to bring in, all this revenue and have this futuristic city. He's trying to really build Wakanda out here. So how you guys feel about Akon and his plans for a second city before the first one's done? Dope or dumb?
I'm going to say that's dope, bro. Not so much that he hasn't finished the first one first, but it's dope that they already planning ahead and already giving him like this land and saying like, hey, I know you're still working on this, go ahead and let your boys work on this, but keep this in the back of your mind that we got this for you already. So you can really start planning ahead with it. So I love it, bro. I love the idea that they're doing that, especially with Akon.
Definitely. I'm with you. I definitely think it's dope too. And not only that, you know what I'm saying? If some things don't go right with the first one, he can tweak and he can dabble with the second one that he didn't do in the first one. So that's even more greatness right there.
Exactly. That's kind of how Greenville is so dope, bro. Because it's like you seen what Columbia did, you seen what Charleston did. Greenville was Greenville was like, you know what, we're gonna make it even better. That's why
I ain't even thought about that. Yeah. Dang, I ain't thought about you right. Because Greenville the first one to get Top Golf. And then ever since they were booming, boy, you right.
When you're a late bloomer, you get to see what everybody else done messed up on, bro. And just tweak it.
True.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I think it's dope, man. Yeah. I think the best thing about the city is the currency. The currency is going to be the A coin.
Right. You like that. You've been saying that for forever.
But then the A coin is going to be like his money?
Yeah, his money. His own little money.
That's a dangerous game.
You're doing big things out here, man. Moving on, bro. We're going to the second topic of the day where everybody agree that's dope. Hopefully it pans out for him. Moving on. Back in the States, man. Our boy, Paul Pierce, the truth, was fired from ESPN, bro. He posted an IG live video where, he was, I guess he was playing spades or something at somebody's house, and there was strippers in the background. He was drinking.
Money, girl, stop playing. Monica, what you doing?
You guys throw some fucking chips, man.
If you in LA, come through.
Oh, no, y'all. He just having a good time. Good Friday night, Saturday night, whatever it was. ESPN got wind of the video, and cut his ass on Monday. How do y'all feel about Paul Pierce getting fired? Is that dope or dumb?
Got to be more careful.
Shout out to G with the T-Mobile.
Yeah, you see him.
That fresh breed.
It ain't fresh, bit. But but I mean, it's not dope that he got fired. But Paul Pierce is definitely dumb for going on IG Live, knowing the platform that he works for. This is not like like I said in the group the other day. It's not FS1. This is not. It's an independent. He doesn't just work a podcast or something like that. He works for. D said it earlier. It was like you work for Disney. You know what I'm saying? So it's a dumb move that Paul Pierce would even go in. I think the better dope for dumb would be: is it dope that he, well, is it dope that he lost his job because he wanted to go on IG Live for 315 people? Or is dumb because he knew who he was working for?
I forgot about that.
And Paul Pierce got to hold this big old L. Hold this L, Paul Pierce. Hold this L.
315 viewers. My God.
315. Nobody even logged in to see the truth.
Damn,
But guess who?
I feel like if we had strippers on,
Guess who logged in that day? Disney.
if we put strippers on Facebook, bro, I feel like we get more than 315. Cause God, strippers, you can't even get much views of strippers. But I'm gonna say, bro, I think it's dumb. But to be honest, man, I think that they was waiting for a reason. They was looking for a reason to fire him, bro. Cause this was like really low hanging. This was so low hanging, bro. It's like, bro, the girls weren't even naked in the video. I mean, like,
that's what I'm about to say. How we can't even say the stripper?
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think they were just waiting for him to F up so they could fire him.
Bingo. That's exactly where I was gonna go. Cause one, they had on bikinis. Maybe they could have been at a pool party or something. But yeah, Paul, you wilding out here, bro. It's very dumb. I mean, it is dope that ESPN, like, hey, they saying this is the president. They saying, you out here wilding, you doing dumb stuff. Cut it, man. It's good. We talked about this last week with social media, bro. It's good to have fun, do things in your own setting, but it don't got to be on show for everybody, man. And that's a prime example right there.
I think something a lot of people don't understand, because I did see a lot of backlash towards ESPN for it. It's like, bro, this isn't like you working in Walmart or you working, a regular 9-to-5 job. When you take these positions with ESPN, any company owned by Disney, there are ethics clauses in your contract a lot of times.
Exactly.
So they have the right to terminate you if they view anything that you do outside of work as, detrimental to the company. So
not
they
just
have the
Disney,
right to
bro.
fire you. Yeah.
Any job, because a teacher.
Really, my job.
I'm about to say, me being a teacher, I can't just be out here posting me out here with strippers on live. Think my school district gonna be okay. Yeah, come on back. We can have you doing that. It's not while teaching
their
kids.
Reputation is everything, man. Like, they can't afford to have their name tarnished in any way. So if they see you as a threat to their brand, they're going to terminate you, and that's just the way it goes. And shout out to Paul Pierce. I hope he bounced back, but for him saying like, "Yo, bigger and better things on the way," I don't see how he can get much bigger. And better.
Yeah, what?
You better go to UMP, bro. You better go to F1 and get with UMP.
Well,
F1 don't really do basketball like that, though. I mean, he can come on and talk, I guess.
I saw something where he got another offer already for like with this adult company to do something too. So he gonna bounce back. They offered him money, so he'll bounce back, but he just won't be on national TV no more.
What's your boy podcast? Steven. Was it with Steven and Matt Barnes?
Oh, talking about all
them boys.
They don't want them boys up there. They don't want him up there, man. They'll be fighting all the time, man.
I Am Athlete done kind of overtook them though, but
it is. Boy, that's my joint. That is my joint.
All right,
now, Brandon Marshall stopped yelling, bro.
That's dumb.
Yo, that was funny.
All right, bro.
Every episode, that man yelling.
Can I go into the next topic?
Sorry, bro.
Nah, Brandon Marshall.
Go ahead, man. Light skin.
All right, man. Moving on. UNC and finally got Roy Williams up out of there. It'd have been a couple years overdue, in my opinion. So Tar Heel basketball will now be coached by Hubert Davis. And we talked about this in the group earlier. I thought Hubert Davis was still an analyst on ESPN. I didn't know he had been with the Tar Heel program for this many years as an assistant. I ain't know, bro. I didn't know. So he had his introductory press conference earlier this week. And he brought up the fact that, I'm proud to be a black man in this position, but I'm also proud of the fact that my wife is white.
It is significant that I'm the fourth African-American head coach in any sport in the history of the University of North Carolina. I'm very proud to be African-American, but I'm also very proud that my wife is white. And I'm very proud that my 3 beautiful, unbelievable kids are a combination of both of us.
And it kind of threw a lot of people off because I did see a lot of people commenting on it. How do you guys feel about Hubert Davis bringing this up in his introductory press conference this week? Dope or dumb?
Like, what does that have to do with anything?
So unnecessary. Why do people do
so
unnecessary?
Bro? You go teach. I'll wait on it. I'll wait on the TJ. That's it, bro. So
Nobody
unnecessary.
Who asked you to do that?
Your wife ain't. Is she dribbling? She ain't dribbling.
Right.
Why you talking about her?
Is she putting on a
Like,
jersey?
come on,
No, nobody want to see her. So
She
it's
ain't
gonna be
recruiting. She ain't doing nothing.
nothing.
I think this is a prime example of a hit dog hollering, bro. He had to know, like, black people was about to be like, "You marry no black woman, though."
Was she on TV or something?
No,
Like, was she there with him?
I'd never seen her.
No,
I mean,
she probably
was
wasn't.
there,
She
but
probably
wasn't
was
on
there.
camera. Yeah.
But the whole press conference for him being introduced as the
coach.
actually the first black coach at UNC. So
Yeah.
Wait, how did his comment go? Did it just literally go like, "I'm proud to be a black man up here, and I'm proud of my white wife"? Like, was it like literally just like that?
Well, or did somebody ask a question? Yeah, because
Yeah,
it just don't make
I
sense.
can't
to me.
remember. Nah, he just said it. He volunteered that. He definitely
It
volunteered.
started with, and I'm gonna put a clip of it in here. It started off
put
with
a clip
him
in there.
saying that, I'm proud to be a black man in this position, because like you said, he is the first black head coach at University of North Carolina for
Right.
basketball, anyway. And then
Basketball.
he's like, I'm proud of those things, but I'm also proud of the fact that my wife is white, and I'm also proud of the fact that my kids are mixed. It might not be the exact word he used, but he was pretty much saying, I'm proud that I have a mixed family and all this other stuff. And I was like, bro, you used your moment of, kind of black triumph.
This was you, bro.
Bring everybody else along.
Bingo.
I get what he was trying to do,
Bingo.
but that wasn't necessary, bro. Like, you should have left
Bingo.
it as proud to be a black man in this position. That's it.
Like what you
I honestly
mean
don't
is
know what he was
definitely
trying to do. Honestly,
Yeah,
I don't know what he was
Not
trying
what
to
you
do.
tried to say. It's like if you're trying to be all inclusive and your statement is supposed to be like to try to unify people, like you kind of missed. Like it's not kind of missed. Like if somebody was throwing like a slow pitch at you, you missed the ball all the way. Like, bro, this is the worst. I don't know. Yeah, you just missed what you tried to do, my brother. Hold
I
his
think that's
head.
what he was trying to do. He's
Pretty dumb.
Hopefully your record is better than that speech you gave. Moving
They
on.
probably about to get his ass out of there.
No, man. Hey, shout out to DMX, bro. We didn't touch on that. Start that.
Ah, we
Shout out
did.
to
Start
his
the
family.
episode.
Oh yeah,
Lost
R.I.P.
the
Doc
great
Man,
man.
R.I.P.
Earl.
Dang.
R.I.P.
In
man.
light of and Master P actually said this earlier in the week when DMX was still on life support, but he was pretty much saying earlier in the week, like, man, rappers need to come together because too often, they have a couple hits, have a great year, and then after that you don't hear from them, and a lot of these guys go back to the hood. A lot of these guys don't have an outlet or any support financially or supportively once they stop being a trending topic, for a season. And so he was saying rappers need a union, bro. He believed rappers need a union just like the NBA, NFL, all these other companies, employees, police.
Imagine all the stuff that we could have prevent for DMX to help him. And I feel like hip hop needs some type of union. The NBA have it.
Wow.
What happened when a guy fall off? After he done sold millions and millions of records, even a female, what happened? We need that.
You think there could ever be something like that? Like you said, like a union for rappers?
I hope we need it. Because think about it, the NBA, when they're done, they go to Sports Center, they could sit around. Where do hip hop go? Go back to the hood.
So, when these guys go to court, they can have their legal fees paid for. When these guys fall on hard times, they can have some kind of compensation coming in, some kind of money coming in. How do you guys feel about it? Do you think that, first, is it dope or dumb, and do you think that it's actually feasible for rappers to create their own union?
I say it's dope because if anybody could get something like this together, it would be Master P because of his business know-how. Because a lot of people, I know everybody know P got money. P making money that we don't even know he making money off of. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's dope in the aspect of him like trying to do something like that. I don't understand quite how it would work. Like, who would fund this? Like, would the record labels fund this? Would they all agree to make a certain amount of payments or sold like a certain amount of money into this thing to where it's a lot of money? Who's going to manage the money? It's a great idea, but how?
Well, my understanding of unions is it's kind of like an insurance policy. You have all these people that pay a premium, pay a fee every month, or once a year, or biannually, however you decide to do it. Have all these people put this money in a pot. That money sits there until one of those people who paid in needs something. You know what I'm saying? And then they get their payout. So that's essentially, at the basic level, how a union will work. The only problem that I see with this, and I'm gonna put my little take in here, the only problem I see with a union with rappers is most of these rappers come into the game 19, 20, 21.
I'm about to say that. I was going
We have
that
a
way.
hard time getting these young, stupid guys. I don't
To
wanna call
buy
them-
in.
Maybe I shouldn't say stupid. These young guys coming in, getting all this money to buy in to what you sell.
Yes.
You're gonna have a lot of these guys, they never had nothing. They ain't gonna want to pay you $1,000, $10,000, however much you want to charge them to buy into a union, because they're not looking at the long term when they're that young. So that's the big issue I see. You might get the 30-year-olds, the Plazas, the Diddy's, you know, the Master P's, all these boys to buy in, but you ain't gonna get a lot of these
Who don't need it.
right.
Exactly. But no, but that's the way I was gonna go with it. I think it's dope that they should do that, and when I like that last part you said, the Plies, the Diddy. Now it should be something for those old heads. Have that for them. But these young guys like Bobby Shmurda, nah, he don't need that, because one, he brought that on himself. You out here doing reckless, dumb stuff. You don't need a union, because you out here making dumb decisions. You are your consequences. So if you want to live that reckless life,
the purpose of the union, though.
But they out here
your back, whether you write it. Look at Derek Chauvin. You know who paying his legal fees in that joint?
Right.
I mean, that's true. That's true. That's
They
true.
need
Police
it.
have
It's the
it.
young guys
You're right.
that need it. It's the young guys, like the young boy behind bars right now. Like when Kodak Black was going through, when Kodak was going through his legal issues. That's the stuff that he's talking about. Even when DMX, you know, God bless his soul, when he was in Greenville and the police wouldn't leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need somebody to do that. Like, you know, right now, they're on the top of the game. The guys that I named, they're on the top of the game. But like, I get where Master P is coming from. Like, when you fall on hard times, we got you. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's something that it would take a long time to establish something like that, because the well will run dry so fast depending on who's in there. It's like them boys stay in jail so much. So
that is
like,
a point.
It would take so long, and especially if it's like a lifetime thing. It's like, bro, like DMX was getting in trouble. You know, rest in peace. He was getting in trouble in like his 40s too. So it's like, bro, so for like 20 whole years, we gotta support this man and what he do. It's almost easier to say, let's just make a program to where rappers can learn financial literacy and like get some, you know, some reliable people to teach them and help them with their money, than to say like, hey, we gonna fund all y'all boys. Because depending on how many people get in there, bro, you could be paying for a lot of stuff, and they may not have the funds for that.
All right, man. Final topic of Dope or Dumb for the day, man. Speaking of politics, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the most followed man on social media. Apparently half the country, about 47 to 48%, somewhere in there, 46%, something like that, of Americans would support a presidential run by Dwayne Johnson. That's without him even saying, I want to run. So I'm assuming after he actually comes out, has a platform, you know, gets cabinet together, all this stuff, that number would increase. Do you guys think it's dope or dumb that Dwayne The Rock Johnson would actually run for president, and would you vote for him?
I'm gonna go ahead. I think it's it's dumb. It's dumb. Because I'm sorry, we seen this once with celebrities in politics. I'm done with it. We had it. Yeah, it's no. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Rock is my guy. I'm not saying I won't vote for him because he's The Rock, but it's just dumb with these celebrities getting in politics. Stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? This ain't something you well versed in, because we don't need nobody in there running the country that really don't know how to run the country. We don't got time for that. We done did that for 4 years. Nah.
I'ma definitely disagree with y'all. Like, yes, I would try and get on his team. I would help him at all costs, because I think that it would be dope. And not so much in the fact that because he's The Rock, I think it's more so because I feel like he's a good person. And really, that's what we need in politics, man. We just need a good person. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I mean, people that are president, I'm sure that they do know a little bit more about politics and everything. But really, it comes down to, you get fed this information from your team, and your team just expects you to make a good decision. You know what I'm saying? And tell them what to do. So I just want somebody that's a good person to be making these good decisions, bro. Like, because if we can survive Trump, I'm damn sure know that we can survive The Rock. It can't get no more. It can't get more worse than that.
I agree.
And it's like, you know, we done did the whole politician things, bro. We done been doing that since forever, as long as we've been alive, just getting people who are grew up in politics and putting them in the White House and seeing what's happening, bro. Nothing happens. Nothing really gets better. The debt still increases. Everything just still going down. So it's like, bro, why not try something new? I'm always down to try something new and see how that works out. So I'm with it. I think it's dope.
Yeah, I don't think people realize like Trump wasn't the first celebrity president, bro. Like Ronald Reagan, he was an actor, a whole like famous actor before he became president. And
yeah, not everybody be in law school.
Yeah, bro. Like politicians don't. A lot of times the president isn't necessarily a politician, so I would be willing to give The Rock a chance.
Bro, you know it's gonna be like way fairer.
Else.
I feel like he probably be more fair than Obama was, bro. To be honest with you.
So yeah, that ends dope or dumb. I think we have 1 dumb and 3 dopes. I'm assuming G is a dope because he does like The Rock. Okay, so we're gonna move on. All right, man. Final topic of the day, the main topic. G, you threw this article in here, the Candace Owens joint. She got on somebody's podcast earlier this week and said that there is an attack on male's masculinity. And I'm gonna put the clip in here because it's not that long, but in so many words.
Why is society communicating to men to be more feminine at the same time that you're telling women to be more masculine, right? That's like, just take a step back and think. You don't have to like Candace Owens to take a step back and to go, that is kind of weird, right? It is a bit weird that you're telling men, oh, all displays of masculinity are wrong and you need to be more feminine, and telling men they can bend gender and do all of these things, while at the same time you're saying to a woman, you need to man up, you need to provide, you need to do this, you need to do that. That tells you that there's something satanic going on, right? And there's something, and this is why I go back to saying that the Bible has so much knowledge. Satan is the author of lies and deception. What more deception than telling women and men that there are no differences between them?
Do y'all feel like male masculinity is under attack? First off, let's touch on that, and then we'll kind of go into some of the more nuanced parts of the argument.
I say it is. Yeah.
I think it's been under attack for a while though. It ain't really nothing new.
It's under attack in like such subtle ways, bro. Like that you don't even recognize that. Wow, like I really cannot be a man right now. Like for a lot of women now, like like back in the day, if a man wanted to say something, he could just say something, and then like they at least get heard out or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, bro, if I'm talking to a girl or whatever and I say something, she can just play the victim so fast. Just like, yo, you raise your voice to me, you're demeaning me, you're doing all this. It's like, bro, she don't even have to have facts behind any of the things that she say, but she can just say that and you automatically have to tone down yourself and your points to where you can't even say what you want to say. So like you really can't even be yourself right now.
Or they
because
ask for honesty. When they ask for honesty, and when you give them all the honesty that they ask for, they can't handle it, and now you like you said, you being aggressive. Another thing that I see is the word toxic comes up whenever we don't disagree. Whenever we disagree with something that doesn't necessarily mean exemplify masculinity, like. Automatically you're now labeled toxic because you don't per se like this, or just say, for instance,
homophobic or something like that.
Not even homophobic. You can even just get in just a certain like fashion trends, but yeah, homophobia falls up under that. But just say under certain fashion trends or something like that. Say somebody like everybody else on here got froze and stuff like that. But say if one of y'all was just really against having long hair or something like that. That doesn't mean that you are toxic or that doesn't mean that you don't. I'm trying to bring it around full circle. Somebody help me out here.
Take your time, brother. Take your time.
Be PC.
Just because
I get what you're saying. If you have an adverse opinion, you're basically it's looked upon as negative.
Toxic. That's what it is.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're not allowed
if you
to
have an opinion, you're toxic, basically.
Yeah. If you don't follow the crowd, you're toxic. Or something's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I think a good point Candace hit on in the argument was, my bad, G. Go ahead.
Or the fact that you know what? Just go ahead. I didn't lost the thought. Jesus.
Hey, I was thinking. when G popped back in, I was like, oh shit.
Stupid.
Oh, man. Nah, I was about to say, man, I think a good point she had was about the fact that now we embrace this whole, and not just now, but it's been a decade or two in the making. We embrace the whole "I don't need a man" mentality, or men embrace the whole "I'd rather be single" thing, and I think that's killing our community. And I've put it on Facebook before. This whole "I can do bad all by myself" mentality is killing the community, bro. And we've made it acceptable for women to go out, have babies on their own, and not embrace or not want or not strive to have the concept of family anymore. And so if you're a man and you're not even the head of your household, is that attack on masculinity? Or can you be a masculine man if you're not there in your household and being a part of a family you started?
Sad. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, you know what? Me and my brother had this conversation a lot. Like, he has 2 boys, you know what I'm saying? And he raised his 2 boys. But he was like, when you don't have if a male present is not in the house, it's totally different. Totally different. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. I grew up in a single parent home, and my mama is very dominant. So, I was raised right, but imagine my mama was so lenient, let me get away with things. Like, didn't care where I went or, just certain little things. I could have went left real quick. But to have structure, to see that, you have a man taking care of the bills, taking care of things, changing lights, changing oils, doing things that a man should do. Well, not just a man should do, but doing things that in line with being in order of being the head of the household. Like, you gotta see that.
I'm gonna put this out there, man, because me and my boy were talking about this a while ago. How, the feminist movement and what a lot of women have been doing, they don't understand that it's really taking them away from most of their ultimate goals. Like, it's really hurting them. Like, the whole, I'm down with equality. I definitely get that. But like the way that they tear down men and the way that they attack men, the way that they want to be equal in the workforce and like put all these regulations and all this stuff, y'all want to do all this stuff to make it easier for y'all. But then once you get there, it's like, all right, now I want a man to take care of me. Well, it's like, bro, you done took that man's job. Like why are you fighting for this stuff that you don't want? You don't want this stuff, especially for like black women, because it's like, bro, if a company needs to hire a minority, they're gonna hire a black woman before they hire a black man, because they can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. So now that you done did all this, took his job, done fought for all this stuff that you don't want because you don't really want to work. At the end of the day, you don't want to work. So why? Like, now you see all these women wanting, like, oh, I want a man to take care of me. I want a man to do this. Like the old days, it's like, bro, we don't have the opportunities no more because we all fighting for jobs now. When back in the day, we wasn't all fighting for jobs. It was just men versus men basically most of the time because the women wanted to stay home. Now y'all still want to stay home, but fight for jobs too. And then when y'all get the jobs, now y'all want to find somebody that can take care of y'all so y'all don't have to work. Y'all literally could have just set y'all ass down. Y'all could have set y'all ass down and not have done this.
I get both sides of the argument because women have seen, they've been traumatized. I really do believe this. Women have been traumatized by the
I definitely believe that. I definitely believe
and these men just come in, get a woman pregnant, and leave because they can do that. Get up and leave, and they can't.
That's fact.
And so I get why they don't trust us, but it would be so refreshing to see a generation of women say, I want a man. I don't need women. We know you don't need a man. We've seen that you can do incredible things by yourself. We know that you can do that you got this. But it would be so refreshing to see a generation of women come in and say, I want a man. I want you. Man, I want you. Like, it doesn't make you a weak woman to admit that you want a man, because we damn sure want y'all. We want you.
Or the fact to be submissive. The fact to be submissive. Like TJ said, you can't be submissive to me. Right. You can't be submissive to me because I'm not working well. It's hard because you done took half my work. You took half my responsibilities.
It was already hard before. Like, now it's like double hard because I'm going against you.
Like, don't emasculate me and then still charge me to
try to build me up.
Yeah, bro.
Not build me up.
They put all these. No, they put all these. They put all these walls up to make it harder for us. but y'all still want us to do the same things like it was back when it was easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's not as easy as it is to take care of a household for a man. And then now it's like, bro, a woman cannot be out here fighting for women's rights and everything and still looking for a man to take care of all the responsibilities. You cannot do that.
You're a contradiction.
Bro, you cannot do that, bro. If you wanted these responsibilities down, you got to help. You got to understand that you're gonna have to get a man, and he's gonna need your help now. Because you fought to get to this place. So you should not look at him and be ashamed that you have to help your man out in the household when it's like, bro, this is what you fought for. You fought to get responsibilities. Like, that's what it is. You cannot fight for everything to be equal and not accept the equal responsibilities either. Like, that's where the unfairness goes. And that's where a lot of men feel defeated, because it's like, bro, y'all really want us to do all this stuff. And it's like, bro, you making more than me because you got the job that I went for. So why am I still taking care of everything? You know what I'm saying? So at least, I ain't saying 50-50, but at least something. You gotta be helping out some and not be trying to shame people. You know what I'm saying?
So in my household, my wife is more educated than I am. She went to a better school than I did, I guess. Went to a better school than I did.
Please, man. Come on now.
We hold our own now. Right, we hold it. Just because HBCU Howard is prestigious, we pretty prestigious too now.
She makes more money than I do. She makes more money than I do. But she has found a way. My wife damn sure don't need me. She could do it all by herself if she wanted to. She could take these kids, go on, and she'd be fine.
Don't say that, bro.
But no, I mean financially, right? But she recognizes that a man is important. She grew up in a 2-parent household. So I think her perspective is also a lot different than a lot of other people. But she recognizes the importance of a strong man being in the household. Like I said, she doesn't need me, but she wants me. And I think a lot of men don't feel that, because I got lucky. I feel that in my household. I feel that my wife wants me around, even though she don't need me. That makes me want her more, the fact that she don't need me, but she want me around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think women have lost sight of the fact that our value is more than just dollar signs. It's much more than just dollar signs. What we bring to the table is much more than just a paycheck. Having a man in the household pays dividends, especially when you're talking about children. And go ahead, what you gonna say, man?
I'm about to say, I think it carries over from what they're hearing mainstream. Like we were talking about the female rappers. That's what they're saying. That's exactly where it's coming from. They're feeding that image, that social media image of my man taking me on trips, my man taking me, buying me Louis bags, my man doing all this. Okay, he buying you Louis bags, but is your house paid for? You know what I'm saying? Your car note taken care. Like, what are we doing?
That's not.
You can never enjoy the food that you got in front of you if you always looking at the next man plate or the next girl like that. So, like, I think a lot of thing is people in general, but they're always looking at what everybody else got going on, their relationship goals and all that stuff like that. And then they expect to have the same exact life when, that's not your life. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even know, like, this person could be going out on these extravagant trips. They could be doing all this, but they could be going back to an apartment, sleeping on a blow up mattress. Like, don't believe what you see on social media. Don't believe the hype, man. Because people paint a picture on social media. It looks great. It looks fun. But just like we was talking about with the whole trip thing, people be in there sleep head to toe. But you don't see that aspect. You just see folks out here what it looks like to be living their best life. So yeah. That's my little tale on that.
Yeah, man. I guess we'll wrap it up, man. If y'all got anything on this topic, because I know it's gonna touch some buttons. A hot button topic, and I'm pretty sure we'll have to revisit it in the future. Let us know. This has been another episode of Burn by Appearance. Appreciate y'all for listening. I am D Stu, aka Moscato Poppy on Instagram. I'm out.
Yo, you know me, it's your boy Cool G. Follow me on IG at gxboard_. If said anything to offend you, just DM me. Don't attack me. Simply talk to the people.
Hey, you already know your boy 6'2" and nasty. We out here. We to the good breath, baby.
All right, y'all. This Thurn signing off. Remember, follow me on Instagram _Thurn. Make sure that you follow the Burn by Opinion page at Burn by Opinions on everything. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all of it. Hope y'all have a blessed week, man. Tell us how you feel. Let us know, man. We're going to try and get some ladies up here to talk about the toxic masculinity and their views on the Candace Owens situation. So if you want to get on, let us know. But we out.